Let's begin with why you are here. You may or may not be completely aware of what Easy Per Diem does, and you may not even quite understand how deducting flight crew expenses can benefit you. But somehow you made it here, and you want to know what we do and how Easy Per Diem can help you save money on your taxes. In essence, expenses associated with your employment as a pilot or a flight attendant can be written off, and as long as you are able to itemize, you are likely to see a substantial reduction in the taxes that you pay every year. But how does it work? Your flight crew taxes can be thought of as consisting of two different parts. Part 1 is your meals and incidentals. When you are on trips that span more than one day, the IRS allows you to write off what you spend on food and some other smaller expenses called incidentals. Because keeping receipts for all the restaurants that you eat at for the year would be a near impossible task, the IRS allows you to use federal per diem rates for the places you stay while on your trips. In other words, you do not need to keep receipts for meals. Instead, you simply need to know where and when your layovers occurred during the tax year, so that the federal per diem rate for each city you overnighted at can be used in lieu of what you actually spent on meals. Think of it this way. You go on a 4-day trip, and on that trip you purchase 4 hamburgers, 5 slices of pizza, 2 chocolate shakes, 5 ice cream cones, had 3 beers and a Diet Coke, totaling $60. You don't need to track any of that. Your doctor might, but the IRS doesn't care. Instead, you just need to know what airports you were at for your layovers. The federal per diem rates for the airports you stayed at are used for the IRS meal allowance instead of what you actually spent. Neat, huh? Different cities have different per diem rates, and the rates change with time. Calculating this by hand is difficult and monotonous, which is why your typical local accountant simply doesn't bother. Easy Per Diem handles this for you quickly and easily by linking the airports you stay to the per diem rates for each location, freeing you or your accountant up from the awful burden of looking them up and saving hours of tedious work. That is part 1 of your flight crew employee expenses. But Easy Per Diem is different from other sites because it handles all of your flight crew employee expenses, not just the per diem. Part 2 of your flight crew tax deductions includes everything except meals. Deductible expenses like union dues, van driver tips, the business portion of your cell phone or internet bills, uniform expenses, job search expenses, and a variety of other expenses may also be deductible. Easy Per Diem helps you find those expenses as well. So what now? Time to join. When you first join Easy Per Diem, you will go through a standard sign-up form, be asked a few basic questions including your name, email, company, and position, and will be directed to select the tax year you wish to work on. The tax year is the year that corresponds to what year your W-2 is for. You will then be asked to enter your domicile or domiciles for the tax year you are working on. Domicile or base information is important because your domicile is considered your tax home, even if you commute. We need to know your domicile and base change dates because when you enter trips, you always begin and end at your domicile. Next, you will be directed to a page that you will use to enter your overnights for the year. This again is used as the basis for determining your meal expenses. Easy Per Diem has auto-import for some airlines, an iPad and Android app for easy daily entry if auto-import is not available, and other ways to help you stay up to date on your layovers throughout the year. Even manually entering the overnights for the whole year is only about a 30-minute task once you know what you are doing. To enter other expenses into Easy Per Diem, you can simply click the button that says Quickly Add Common Deductions. This will display the most common deductions that you should probably be writing off. Then you can also click the Expense Processor to uncover other lucrative flight crew tax write-offs that add to your deduction. Once your expenses are completed and you have entered your per diem reimbursed from your employer, go to the Final Tax Report. When you have paid for the report, you will see all of the data available there and will be able to easily send the data to your tax preparer in PDF format or enter it into TurboTax or other tax software. Easy Per Diem is completely free to try out, and if you choose to buy the report but end up not benefiting, we will refund you 100% of your money back. There is no risk in trying it out, but a lot to lose if you just let it go. Sign up and start today.